I'm here with Rob Dickfos, coach of the Sandgate Hawks. So Rob, last year you had one of the youngest lists in the comp. How do you think what do you think they took out of that year going into the QAFL this year?
Oh, look, I think they took out a lot of experience on what's required to play at a higher level. And whilst that was great, we're actually stepping up even a higher level this year. So the expectations will be to work even harder, and hopefully that'll make any sort of transition a lot easier. But no, the expectations are really to work harder, because the opposition that we expect to come up are going to be bigger, stronger, faster and more talented. So we've got to be ready.
And what kind of things have you done in the pre-season to ready the guys for the QAFL?
Obviously, most of the big thing is fitness, because we expect the speed of the game to be even quicker, so we're always going to be doing a lot of running. And with such a young group last year, we focus more so now on this pre-season to get a lot of stronger, so working through their core and their shoulders and the legs, and as I said, some of them are going to come up with some bodies that are a fair size, so they need to be ready for that as well.
And are there any guys who've really made some big leaps in the pre-season?
Oh, look, we've got a couple of young blokes that have come through really well, and I'll be interested to see how they go over the pre-season comp and then early in the season. And guys from our under-18s who were fortunate enough to win the premiership last year, so guys like Ty Sester, Trent Ricker. But then there were also a couple of 18s who actually did play a few senior games last year, like Fraser Jones and Tommy Watson, so I'm really interested to see how they go.
And you gained a reputation last year of being really competitive side and never really going away. Is that going to be important for you again this year?
Oh, extremely important. I mean, whilst we might not be the most talented side, we can certainly make sure that we continually compete to the best of our ability and persist. That's going to be extremely important, and continue to learn while we're doing that. We want to make sure that at the end of every game, regardless of what the scoreboard's saying, the opposition come off saying, that was a tough game, and that's important for us.
And what kind of changes can we expect to see on the field this year?
Oh, look, I expect our game to be a lot more attacking than what it was. I mean, what's really important initially when you're coaching a lot of young guys is that they need to understand that you've got to have a defensive side of the game. The game is not just about attacking, so we worked on that a fair bit last year with our competitive, and that's why we were competitive. But yeah, this year we need to make sure that we're putting pressure on the scoreboard. So for that to happen, we need to be able to attack quickly and respond quickly. So we've certainly worked on that part of our game plan.
Yeah, and your second year as coach of the Hawks, have you changed much in your approach?
No, I don't think so. It's just a matter of, whilst we say about the players developing because they're young, well, as coaches we're always developing as well, and getting to have that involvement with Aspley, our sister club, our NEFL club I should say, to see how things are done and making sure that if our players aspire to play at that level, that we make any transition a lot simpler by implementing the same type of strategies as they do. So that's probably where I'm changing a little bit, in that sense that I want to look at those strategies and their structures and work towards utilising the same type of thing.
Yeah, and you guys have got two pretty tough pre-season matches against Morningside today and then Labrador next week. Do you think that'll be good for the guys to be able to play those sides without any premiership points on the line?
Yeah, absolutely. And not just for the guys, but for the coaches as well. We need to get an idea on where our supposed yardsticks are going to be, and I expect those sides, or the four NEFL sides, to certainly be front runners as far as the competition's concerned. So to have a look at those before we actually get into our season will be really good, and just to see how the players respond to those sort of contests. So whilst they're getting educated, I'm also getting educated about the opposition that I don't know too much about, and that can sometimes be a good thing or a bad thing, so we'll see.
Thanks, Rob. The Hawks head down to Oval 7 to take on UQ in the first round of the QAFL on April 5.